And good morning, everybody. And if you're watching this as a video, hi, whatever time of the day it is, this is tarot time. So we're going to do our tarot reading for the week, do a meditation card. I've got about 6 or 7 divination decks in front of me. So we're going to do a lot of divination, cool stuff. And it's been a very eventful week. And unfortunately, I guess is the right word, that last week's tarot time, you turned out to be all too accurate, although we're not seeing a lot of what's going on in the news, but there's a lot that's changing. So I'm going to say a few hellos. If you're here watching as a video, I give the live people a minute or two to get their notifications, and we're going to dive right in. And thank you for all the happy birthday messages. Hi, Colleen. Hi, Linda. I'm not sure why. Well, actually, I know exactly why. I keep hearing David Bowie singing Golden Years in my mind. Yeah, it's my 65th today. Hi, hi, Nicole, and hi, Mr. Floyd, and Colleen. Thank you, Linda, and Manic Mama. Hi, Suzette and Carla, and Colleen again. Hi, Anna. Hi, Jody again. Hi, Chris. Hi, Deirdre. Good morning to you too. Hi, Anna and Laura, and hi, Doreen. Welcome. And Brooke, welcome. And hi, Michael. Welcome. So let me grab some water. And let's, I guess get down to business. I'll just look at a couple of more of your comments. Thank you. Oh, my pleasure. And I'm so happy that we have this community to share and I'm very happy to spend my birthday with you guys. You're wonderful, beautiful community. I couldn't have asked for more. Thank you, Spirit, for bringing all these wonderful people into this energy and into this group. Thank you. So, hi, horses triggers hope. Yes, they do. Hi, Millie. I was only the third like. Okay, if you guys want to like the video, definitely. Yeah. Do you want me to sing it? Golden years go. Ba, ba, ba. Thank you, Jody. Yeah, I love David Bowie too. Yes, indeed. So my psychic party yesterday was good, Colleen. Thank you. It was in the late afternoon. Beautiful group that I had, so that worked out very well. Thank you, Yvonne, for that, and welcome. And I love that one. Yeah. There's so many Bowie songs I love. I don't want to get too started on music because we're going to be here all night, and we're really here for tarot time, not for reminiscing David Bowie. But of course, entering my golden years, yay! 65 and still alive. All right. So let me see. Where do we begin? Well, firstly, you guys that are here, that you're light workers, assisting in this process of awakening going here on planet Earth. There's a few things that are going on. One, we're getting a lot of energetic fluctuations now, and it's getting a lot of people off balance. There's a lot of purging. We just had the fall equinox. It started yesterday morning, very early in the morning. So here in the northern hemisphere, we're in that dark season now, and I'm not sure why. My light's not even blinking, so I'm not sure what's going on with the camera right now. Energy, but anyways, what was I going to say? So there's a lot of purging. So a lot of us are experiencing things that will be around release, like purging toxins physically, emotionally, energetically. So that's been going on, and as we start the dark season, it's really the season because it's the season of death, right? And this is still the equinox, it's still the harvest season, but we're starting to trend into the Samhain season, where the leaves are falling off of the trees and things are dying. And of course, the ancient Celts in their divine wisdom understood that death is really the beginning, it's not the ending. So the new year is Samhain, which is our Halloween also. So there's that. So the energy is very strong. It's causing a lot of physical, emotional, and energetic purging. So be kind to yourselves. Don't judge yourself if you're going through a lot of emotional stuff, or if you've been angry lately or frustrated or whatever. Just when you catch yourself, just breathe and observe yourself doing that, because the purging is the purging of the old programming and the thousands of years of negative karma that we've been part of. Yeah, especially those of us that are the old souls that have witnessed a lot. So there's that going on, but there's also a lot of energetic attacks that are happening, especially against the light workers. I mean, that's been going on, but it's been ramped up lately, and I've been seeing that in a lot of places. A good example, a lot of Russell Brand. I mean, he's been a very famous public figure for a long time, and for the last several years, he's had a YouTube channel where he's really exposing the corruption in society. So he's also very open about him being in recovery, having I guess drug and alcohol problems when he was younger. So he's got like 6.5 million subscribers on his YouTube channel. He fires at the system every day. Now there's allegations of rape, from his past now that's coming up. And there's somebody else too. Oh yeah, my friend John Nolan from Inspire. I didn't from the Inspire channel. I didn't see that video, but he talked about like him being under attack also. So we will get through this, and this is part of the awakening. This is part of the shift. So let's not see this as negative, but we need to be ready and prepared for that. So we're going to see that on a lot of levels, because I know a lot of you are also light workers and doing your part to help people to awaken. So what I was asking Spirit, the master teachers this morning about that, and they just pointed to Saint Germain. There's an ascended master. He's had different forms. Saint Germain is one of his earthly forms. I believe Katumi is another. And the violet fire also is what came to mind. So do a lot of violet fire meditations. And I think I have, I should do another one for the YouTube channel also, like a guided one. But I think I have one somewhere. But all you do is you really just get very relaxed. You can call on Saint Germain or the archangels, or whoever or whatever you feel is empowering and protective for you, and visualize this beautiful ultraviolet fires within you and around you, that it protects you. It clears all negativity. It purges. Violet is a very high frequency. In the visible light spectrum, it's the highest frequency. Anything above that you can't see, like ultraviolet. So you can call on the ultraviolet fire. Just do that, every day, or maybe 2 or 3 times a day. Sit with that for a few minutes. Just feel the flames within you and around you, just clearing and cleansing. That's going to help. And I want to check in your comments. Then we'll go into the meditation card. And Anna saying yes, so all of it breaking, curse breaking meditation seemed to and Russell, yeah, obviously set up, yes. It's like I personally, I can't hold people accountable for their past, especially if they come clean with it. I mean, Russell was a famous comedian, lots of boozing. He may have done things that were during that time that he wasn't proud of. I know when I was strung out on drugs and things like that, I did a few things I wasn't proud of also. But like you said, obvious setup, and I believe that, yes. And Mr. Floyd thinks he's chasing him down. There's a reason for that. And our beautiful yoga teacher, Anna, my headache was so bad that oh God, yeah. I've had a few headaches also lately. Take sips of violet water every day. Great suggestion. Transformation, yes. Good morning, MT. Uh, and Laura B says, I think Russell Bank calling out Obama was the final straw. And unfortunate. I didn't even see that, but I've seen Obama getting called out lately also. It's interesting. I'm, some of you know my views on politics. I'm not right wing. I'm not left wing. I'm not pro Trump, anti Trump. I just, I mean, I don't know if I'm right, but I feel like I'm seeing a bigger picture, and we're all really set up with this whole like political paradigm, right versus left, divide and conquer, and all this kind of stuff. 11/11. Thank you. um, so, I remember when Obama came in, a lot of my spiritual friends were really excited. You thought he was a light worker. I looked at him. I said, at first I liked him, at first, about 3 or 4 years ago before he was president, because he was like, he's so intelligent, so articulate. I love what he's saying. But then I did like him so much, and I thought he's a reptilian, but he may not be, but that's what I thought. And then of course Trump was the agent of divide and stirring things up. Not necessarily a negative thing. Things needed to be stirred up. And whether you love Donald Trump or hate him, I don't think anybody, especially years down the road, can deny that this is the figure that really changed everything, a real catalyst for change. So whether it's some divine plan, or there's some truth to what some people believe about him, and the whole like Q agenda, or if it's something else, whatever the case, it's an important part of history, and it's helping with the awakening process. Now, that said, chances are he's going to run in 2024. Meanwhile, there's what, 18 indictments against him, very specific, damning evidence that would put you or me in jail for a very long time. So how is it that he's still campaigning? We need to like recognize that the emperor has no clothes. That's basically it. Because how obvious and transparent can it be? It's like those forces that want to control everything really believe that they have us under their spell and that we're complete idiots. So, anyway, that's my rant for the morning. So anyway, thank you, saying that you're right on spot with broadcasting today. Thank you for that. Yeah. And blindly inspired says it's energized a Saint Germain violet plane. Put it around the planet. Thank you. That's a wonderful idea. We're going to do, not today, but next Sunday. And I think I'm going to do this the first Sunday of every month. We're going to do after tarot time, like a prayer group also, where we can get together and send prayers. And I'll remember about that violet fire around the earth. That's a beautiful idea. Yeah. Let's heal into moo water. Thank you. Yes. And changing the structure of water. We can do that. Amethyst water. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, thank you, Yvonne. Thank you. Happy birthday to me. Money, money, money. Happy birthday. Thank you. Yeah, amethyst water, violet water. Yes, yes, absolutely. So let's do our meditation card. Good morning, Susan. Oh, yeah, did you miss my rant? Okay, you can always catch up on that. Anyway, that's coming in late. You've missed my rant this morning. But in any event, once what started it, like earlier in the week when I started to see the stuff going down with Russell Brand, I was like, not that it was unpredictable, and again, and those of us, we're that are light workers, we're under some measure of energetic attack. Also, be aware, not afraid of it. We all draw from the same power source. They may use ritualistic magic or whatever to do their dirty deeds or whatever, but we're drawing from the same source as everyone else. And as we increase our energy and more people awaken and our numbers increase, our power increases also. And to quote the brilliant Peter Gabriel, one of my favorite musicians, where he did a song back in 78, I think it was, about the student activist Bantu Stephen Biko of apartheid South Africa. I know a lot of you remember that. I believe I may not. I think he was a reporter also. I may not have the details. I believe he was killed in police custody. So Peter Gabriel has a song called Biko about that. And one of my favorite lines from that is, you can blow out a candle, but you can't blow out a fire. Once the flames begin to catch, the wind will blow it higher. So we're all candles coming together, creating this bonfire that you just can't blow out. They just cannot blow out. And the thing is, if they try, the bigger the fire is, instead of blowing a fire out, that air fans the fires and spreads the fires, just like forest fires, right? So yes, I like shaking the tree also. It's your day, Woman's Day. Yeah, that's Shaking the Tree. Great song also. Yeah, Peter Gabriel, through all his incarnations, he was brilliant in Genesis, brilliant as a solo artist, and I got to meet his drummer because his son and my son are the same age. Jerry Murata. Yeah. Peter Gabriel's also South African. I know he's British, and I thought he had ties with South Africa. So that's very interesting. And he also did a brilliant song about Native Americans called San Jacinto, which is one of my favorite songs of all times. And he's so moved by being in San Jacinto, California, and being around Native American that he wrote this beautiful song, this beautiful tribute. And one of the famous lines is, I hold the line of strength that pulls me through the fears. San Jacinto, I hold the line. Anyway, that actually Peter Gabriel, from a Peter Gabriel song. So digging the dirt. That's right. Yeah, absolutely. Wrong comment, but that's cool too. But absolutely, that's what we do. We dig in the dirt, and we had Elaine Malloy on yesterday, and if you didn't catch that transmission, definitely catch that. And I think it was off camera. It may have been on camera. No, I think it was off camera. We were talking, saying, because we talked about my 65th birthday and and everything, and we were just kind of saying, we're talking about, is it, maybe we'll pass on, and work from the other side, but we're the grunts basically, because we're tough and we can take it. That's what the grunts are. So we're meant to be here and fight the good fight, basically. So we're spiritual warriors. And warriorship is all predicated on love, honor, respect, and peace, actually. But in this world where there's forces that are working against that, we need to be capable of greater war sometimes. But the best war, sometimes silent resistance is our best weapon. And banding together and really increasing our power from within, so that we don't get overtaken by these negative forces. Oh, really? Yeah. I don't believe in coincidences. Right before Elaine and I started the work yesterday, well, she did the work. I just introduced her. I was in my kitchen, and the aluminum foil just started to rattle and rattle and rattle. And I thought, oh my God, is there a mouse under there? But no mouse. There's just spirit. There's just energy. So there's a lot of energy that's going on. And let me see this random question from. Yeah. My feeling is to hang in there, and you're riding the waves of life with Amanda, and I feel like this time is really about your healing more than anything, and maybe you just needed a break and to work on your own healing practice or your own spiritual practices now. So yeah, I believe it's all good. I do, yes. So I think we're okay. So back to the regularly scheduled meditation card for the week. All right. Okay, now I'm thinking too much, so let me clear my mind for a second. Okay, maybe they think that I'm doing mediumship because somebody named Brad just popped in to say hi. I don't know who has a Bradley, but anyways. So this is the meditation card that I pulled, which is a very interesting one today. Eight of Swords. And so as you step into the card, the idea, the way that I do this and teach people to meditate with tarot is like any other meditation. You get present, you get open, you get relaxed. You can call on your guides, your angels. That could be anyone or anything, whoever you feel a connection to, Buddha, Jesus, Archangel Michael, the Native American elders, whoever, whatever it is. And then you get very present and open, and in your mind you just step through the doorway of the card, and the first thing is feel the energy of the card, and see what else you see in the card, and what else you feel and smell and taste, and see if you can get messages or what energy. Now, the Eight of Swords speaks of restriction, right? Because the figure's blind is tied up, but she's also blindfolded. So it's almost like the restrictions are just our own lack of sight, basically. So, and I think that's very symbolic, that it's not only her eyes in this deck, her nose is covered, her mouth is covered, it's like see no evil, speak no evil, hear no evil, that kind of an energy. And she's bound, with multiple, and she's just, on these swords, basically. So the idea is, even though there's a lot going on out there, and we're under a lot of attack or whatever, to recognize that we still create our own reality, and we're here for a reason. And a lot of our restrictions are due to our programming, due to our karma from other lifetimes, due to our attitudes in this lifetime, and how we see ourselves and how we see others, because it's all energy. So when we feel things, when we have thoughts and we have emotions, it changes our physiology, it changes our endocrinology. It's the hormones in the body. And the body and the mind learn to relate reality to how you feel. So if you're feeling a certain way habitually, the reality that you create around you starts to conform to how you feel or how you see that reality. So do not see yourself as limited. And I think that that's part of the message. And as you step into the card, Spirit may tell you how to do that, and how to really open your eyes now, take the blinders off and really see, what's going on. So again, the restrictions, we create them on some level anyways. I know that we live in a restrictive world, and some of us have, a lot of restrictions, health restrictions, family restriction, everything like that. So me saying that isn't a way of diminishing that experience or anything else, but understanding that you're not powerless to change things from the inside out. So that's what I get for the meditation card in any event. And Anna's saying, tells me to trust my intuition and change your perspective, change your life. Absolutely, yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, very good, Nicole. Yeah. Reminds me of breaking the veils of illusion. We're doing that. Yes, we're doing that. We're breaking the veils of illusion. And how do we pronounce it? About Wicca is saying I've been feeling like that lately. So that would resonate with you. Yeah. And Millie saying to flip the script. So there you have it. So let's do our 3-card spread now. And this will be just the energies of the week coming up. So let me just clear my mind a second. So this card, this one, and this one. And I do have my clipboard. Okay, so here we are. And the cards that I pulled out, the Knight of Pentacles reversed, the Magician card, and then the Nine of Cups reversed. The thought came to me, and it went away just as quickly as it came in. Huh. I don't know what, but a thought came into my mind. Shoot. Oh, okay. Well, maybe we'll come back. Okay, let me address this card first. The Knight of Pentacles. Knights are movement. Pentacles is earth. This can be about money. We're all familiar with the BRICS nations, and the economic summits and everything. on the outside looking in, it may seem like a good idea, working towards the gold standard, but also be aware that there may be some hidden agendas there to centralize money. Um, in other words, maybe even do away with the dollar eventually or something like that and have more like a world currency. In theory, that's very idealistic, that unity of the world. I love that, until we dig a little bit deeper and understand who's actually going to control that, and what forces are actually going to control that centralization and centralizing power. So things to maybe just be aware of and to keep in mind with that. Also, yeah. The thought they came in was, even before I pulled the card, Spirit was talking about healing. This is going to be a week of a lot of healing for a lot of us, purging, cleansing. I was talking about that earlier. Then the Magician card popped in. That's Mercury, mercurial energy, and one of the qualities of Mercury energy is healing. Now, the Magician is just that which creates, the alchemist, the magician, right? And he's got all the suits in front of him, and he's taking energy from above. There's an infinity sign above his head, although you can see this if I put it close. You can see the infinity sign, um, and that's a figure eight. That acknowledges that a circle is not really a circle, because there's no circumference, there's no beginning or no ending. So the infinity sign is very similar to a torus, which is a sacred geometrical shape. Also, waves of life frozen. For now, yeah. Okay. I'm not frozen, right? Because somebody wrote frozen on the screen. Um, and this is an interesting comment. Europeans, England don't have gold. Russia and Africa do. Interesting, so I mean, I always looked at gold as like the standard for wealth. I believe that having a precious metal standard is a good thing, because then there's something tangible to validate money and wealth. Right now, governments can print however money they want to. Like in the USA, we don't need gold in Fort Knox to produce more money, basically. Um, and what was I going to say? It takes a war generally. That's interesting. Well, one of the things we're not seeing is the revolution is active right now, and they hide a lot from the news. But there's a lot of riots, a lot of demonstration, a lot of ugliness that's going on around the world. It's part of the shift, as consciousness raises, it purges that whole old paradigm of greed, of power over others, the whole power structure and everything. So that's part of that. Um, and Lakeside Laura, hi, by the way, saying so much hidden right now. So the Magician is the creative energy. So this is a good week to really, we have the full moon. It's another super moon, which just means it's close to its perigee when it's full, so it appears larger and brighter here on Earth. But that means if it's closer, that means its effects are stronger. The tides are stronger. They may whip up another hurricane or another storm, as that comes in. But it is the full moon. It's a great time for manifestation, and this is, I always like to hear Michael's comments. The U.S. has tons of gold. If you research, you will find that there's more gold than silver. That's very interesting, especially when you consider, what was I going to say? That you consider that wealth is supposed to be a supply and demand equation. So gold is I don't know what the current price is, and I think it's somewhere, I think still over 1,000 an ounce. Meanwhile, I got a kilo of silver for $900 basically. So it's curious if gold is more prevalent than silver. The value attached to the different metals, and like saying, most countries have gold. Yeah, maybe not all, but most countries have gold, and as a product of global warming, climate change, whatever you believe is the source of that. Yeah, they're able to mine in places like Greenland and places in Alaska, and they're able to find a lot of gold in places that have been covered with glaciers for thousands of years. So more gold, more gold coming in. Absolutely. And then this is the wish card. But again, to me, it's like emptying. Sometimes I think that for us as a community, we're undergoing a change in perspective, and what was once important is not so important anymore as the world changes. I mean, not so much with this group, but the whole idea of like acquisition, being the top priority, is likely to, people are likely to wake up and learn better. One of the reasons, like in fact, in 2 weeks, I'm going to have another money video because I haven't done one of those for a while. So I think the whole idea of attracting wealth is to attract freedom and liberation, not to hoard or not to, be in the illusion of the negative side of money. Hopefully, if that's making any sense. I don't know if it is. What was Michael saying? Silver is used both as a precious metal in industry, electric. Yeah, no, I know that about silver, that it's used in a lot of things. So are crystals too, by the way. Crystals are very powerful electromagnetic generators. Money equals choice. I like that. Yeah. Happy Hispanic Heritage Month, everybody. Thank you for that. And we need gold for space travel and satellite. Yeah. I think gold, is a very powerful, transmuter, transductor. I mean, alchemy, turning lead into gold. That's a real thing. And we can do that with consciousness also. So this is the wish card, 9 complete cycles. And it's just, I think for a lot of us, it's just saying, especially if you've been frustrated, that your wishes are still coming. You're still creating what you desire, but there's a lot going on that needs to be tended to first, basically, and the world needs to reset. So September's almost over now. October, November, it's a big reset. It's a big resetting of energies. So you can see a lot of firing of negative thoughts and ideas back and forth, stuff like that. People are not at their best. Have patience. Keep your heart open when you go out, and keep your spirit mirrors or your protective fields around you when you go out. So you can deal with things with compassion, but not, receive the negative energies or the evil eyes of others and that kind of a thing. So let me see what else with that. But yeah, this is like create your reality. Start from within. Start with the heart. Feel in your heart. Your desire is already real. Remember heart-brain coherence. So when the heart becomes coherent, hearts are coherent when they feel love. When the heart becomes coherent and you magnify that with gratitude, appreciation, compassion, because the heart and the brain are really two parts of the same system, which is where spirit and matter meet. So the heart and the brain are part of that system. The brain becomes coherent also, and then when our brains are coherent, then we receive more from spirit. We feel our guides more, we feel our angels more, and we get downloads more easily from spirit. So what do the powers that be that want to control everything do? They want to hit you in the heart. Be afraid, be very afraid, be angry, be this, be that. And when we were in these survival based emotions, our energies condense into our physicality because it's a survival based emotion. It's the survival of the body. But unless you've had warriorship training, it comes at the expense of that expansiveness of the spirit. Now, if you have, I came into spirituality through the martial arts. The idea is you want to be able to be in a survival mode, yet to be still connected to spirit, to not go into those, or I should say, not necessarily not to go into those hormonal reactions, but actually use them as your advantage. Like adrenaline and cortisol can give you superhuman strength in the moment. So it's all the perspective. So instead of shrinking and dealing with what's right in front of you, the idea is to expand. And that takes practice. That takes a lot of meditation work. And that's what Wim Hof teaches us, the Iceman. Because he teaches us, he says, you learn from the cold because you learn how to not tighten your body because you're afraid you're going to die because the cold is infiltrating all your cells, but rather you relax, let go, you go with it, and then you access spirit. You open your heart and your mind, and you have superhuman abilities when you do that, that can fight the cold. That can keep you alive for much longer than what scientists believe. We have dormant DNA, we have dormant potentials, and it all starts to wake up as we expand and open and allow these higher frequencies to shift our vibration to flip the dormant DNA codes to on. It takes a certain vibration, a certain level of frequency for that to happen. So I do cold showers in the morning. Sometime when I move or it's more convenient, I might buy a cold plunge because that's even better to really go in the water. But it's the water's starting to get colder. Once I get it into the winter months, our water is basically snow melt, so it works really, really well. So anyways, so that's an interesting comment by the deep state. Suppressing the value of gold and silver, they could continue to stock up cheaply. Well, as that's happening, let's stay abreast of that, and that when it hits that bottom, that's the time for us to go in and invest in that. And I always thought, and Susan Ald, who's not here live, but she'll come in later, encouraged me to get silver. And I asked Spirit, they said, yeah, because it is used in a lot of things, like weapons, for example, but it is used in a lot of things, that there will be a silver shortage that comes up at some point, and then the value of silver will go up. So anyway, we'll see. That may be little ways happening, but I'm looking forward to the day when my kilo of silver become very valuable. And Michael's also saying that there will come a day when gold and silver will not be attainable by the middle class. They will be unobtainable. I don't know if that's like an Obama thing, obtainable, obtainium, unobtainium. All right. Anyway, so I have lots more to do here. All right, let me do my Native American cards. Also, what time? It's 11:38. So we're on time. Yeah, this has traditionally become an hour long. All right, so here we go. And we have victory! Yay! And this is the 6 of, I think, wands or rods in regular tarot. And I think it's just it's just like piggybacking off of this. That's talking about there's a lot of stress. There's a lot that's being leveled against us. But the magician card creates their own reality. And, they able to turn lead into gold basically on an energetic level. So I think just feeding off of that, we're going to be victorious. Hang in there. And for those of you that missed the beginning, I'll encourage you to watch that because I went into my whole rant about what's going on, or the way I perceive it anyway, with the forces and the powers that be. And a lot of light workers are coming under illness right now and having a lot of problems. And then there's Russell Brand and John Nolan and a few others that are just getting attacked basically because they speak the truth, and the truth hurts the deep state basically. So the idea is hang in there, take care of yourselves also. If you're not feeling good, if you need to step back and heal, do that, because we're under a lot of fire now. And but stay meditative, using the violet flame, use the heart brain coherence, stay in that conscious present state, because the ascension energies are still very alive and well, even if they're trying to block that. And you can still expand and grow and still continue your awakening, even if things are very dicey on the outside world basically. Thank you. Yes, I'm 1 degree Libra, Millie. Thank you for that. So let's, I have another deck I haven't used a lot in tarot time that's called the Divine Abundance deck. And we could all use some divine abundance right about now. And thank you. Let me say that. Self-care is absolutely crucial. Yeah. It's like if I don't take care of myself, who the heck's going to care for me, basically? So I've always been independent, that way. I mean, I do welcome help when I need it. There's times that I absolutely needed my friends to be there for me, like everybody else. But self-care is where it's at. Take care of yourself. Nobody's gonna do that. And the way the world is, good, well-meaning people, good people are very desperate. They're feeling all the anxiety, and unconsciously they may draw on your energy or drain your energy also, or give you a lot of crap or whatever. So yeah. Thank you. I may do that soon. Yeah, being whether I can afford it or not, to state of mind, to be quite honest. I mean, yeah, the money is a finite, value. I get that, but it's really a state of mind. If I believe I can afford it, I can afford it. Um, so yeah, and I'm thinking, and I'm visualizing like adding to my collection of precious metals, and I'm seeing a lot of gold coins. Well, and I pulled a card that says Divine Abundance also from the Divine Abundance deck. Now that's special, very encouraging. Again, it's tough, but it's not doom and gloom. Things have to change. The society's built on a very tentative house of cards, very weak foundation, because the foundation is greed and power over others, not love, not compassion, not community. And it's been made very clear in a lot of different ways that um, that our well-being doesn't matter. Um, Profit trumps the well-being of the masses. You can look at the medical industry, and my self-healing videos, just on the short feed, not on the main feed yet, get shadow banned, and I've experimented with that, and I've had a couple of videos in a row about how to heal yourself using mind over matter and using energy, and it gets shadow banned. And in my mind, I'm thinking, we're not stupid. We know that there's times that we need doctors or we need intervention. There are times we can't do it all by ourselves or just heal ourselves. But that said, we can heal so much that we rely on medications for. And people have literally gone out of wheelchairs. Think of Jesus healing the sick and raising the dead. That's a thing. That's a thing that can happen. So I did an experiment, and these videos had great metrics. The types of metrics I'd expect the videos to go viral, like nothing, nothing. And it's the same types of videos, so it's like, yeah, they're on YouTube. They're working with the algorithm to try to suppress the knowledge. Yeah. And of course, I'm a small channel. I'm not going to get the same kind of heat that a Russell Brand would get, but it's there, it's alive and well. So what this says is, you were born to align with love's will, follow the Tao or the way, and serve something beyond the ego. Learn to be abundance, not to chase it. Oh, I'm getting chills. That's such a great message. We have to learn to be the abundance that we want to create on our physical lives, and that abundance is love. When we go to the other side, it's not like we don't see our lives as a success by how much money we had. We see by how much love we had when we were here in the living. So again, remember that. Great card to pull on. And I knew there was a reason they told me to use this deck. Okay, now I get it. Now I totally get it. So let's do our frequency of the month. um Thank you, Laura. I caught that. Thank you so much. You are appreciated too. And so it is. So it is. Um oh, thank you. He said to me, what kind of afford is a state of mind? I'm thinking seriously of doing that. In fact, I'm gonna start to track the trend and catch it when it's a little bit down. All right. So this is our frequency of the week. And this is the one I went right to it. So this was an easy one. Tantric Journey. It's amazing how I keep getting the same cards. I do shuffle them. I really do. Um, Tantric Journey. The frequency of Tantric Journey helps us to unlock the hidden knowledge and wisdom that we intrinsically hold about how to reach a state of wholeness and completion through our sensual experiences with ourselves and with another. This is reminding me of the charge of the goddess. For those of you that know a little bit about Wicca and neo-paganism, and one of the lines from that is that you're basically, I can't remember it exactly. Basically, your pleasures, your earthly pleasure are also our rituals, not just your meditations or your abstaining from things, but actually indulging in pleasures. Again, maybe indulging is the wrong word, or the message is, to understand, and this, we're talking about tantra, we're talking about sensual pleasures, and tantra is a spiritual practice that's able to teach us how to cultivate sexual energies and bring them to a higher frequency in order to transcend, basically, and to connect more with spirit. So that's a great message also. uh Very good. So let me bring this a little closer. And the way to get the energetic meaning is just basically gaze into the center here and just relax and just let the sacred geometry fill you. I have a issue with my camera app, so that's why I have to use this inferior built-in camera on my AirBook Mac. 2020 computer with a 2011 camera in it, basically. So until I figure that out, the visual quality is not what we've been used to here. But then, anyways, but you can get a good enough idea. So it's all good. Um, so there you have it. I'm gazing into the image with you. I'm filling with all this beautiful tantric journey energies. So let's see. Let's check in with Kyle Gray. I understand he's a little bit under the weather. A great Scottish spiritual teacher, right, Doreen? Um, young body, old soul. um, so lots of love to him, and and all the other light workers that are a little bit under fire. We talked about that, didn't we? A couple of times. Thank you, Anne. I caught your comment also. I mean, 2000 pre-pandemic, I met Anna. Cool. So it's funny. They just popped December in my mind. I don't know if that's because I met Anne in December 2019, or if December is really going to be like a very defining month for us. Laura loves Kyle Gray too. Star ancestors. I was just thinking of the star beings right before I pulled this. Um, and my favorite star seeds that on YouTube also. um I mean, there's a lot of good ones, but I always think of Lily Nova and Alexander. I don't know his last name. Alexander. Yeah, there's a beautiful British man named Alexander on YouTube that also does. That's a star seed that talks about the extraterrestrials and the downloads. They're my two favorites right now. Anyway, star ancestors, follow the voice of your soul, because our soul comes from the stars, right? We are star seeds. All humans, at least 500 million of us are star seeds in some way, shape, or form. And just the shift in genetics about 200,000 years ago, where I don't remember the percentage, but about a third, I think, of the genomes a modern human couldn't be traced back to anything terrestrial. So the strongest theory available for that is that we were seeded by extraterrestrial beings, basically. um and so anyways, so that's basically that. So this is the time to really honor our star beings, our ascended masters, our guides, our angels, and to expand our awareness and to open up. And I'm excited because I love the star Sirius. It's really one of my favorite things in the sky. And now, I mean, I live in the mountains, so I really can't see it, till pretty late at night. But we're getting to that season where it's going to start to become visible. and we're already there. If you have a clear view of the horizon, I don't know when Sirius rises at night now, but I don't think it's that late anymore. And thank you. It's from Doreen that studies with Kyle. Message: there's a deeper purpose to your human journey. You were born on purpose for a purpose. I love that message. Thank you for sharing that. All right. Moving right along. We still have a few things to do. Well, actually, I think we're down to Native American, the animal cards, the medicine cards, I mean. So let's get our animal totem for the week. Yeah, great birthday message. Yes. Me too. Serious. Yes. Seriously, Laura. Yeah, it's come to my attention. I've been doing my own work. And definitely, yeah, I've always felt Arcturian, like that. I'm an Arcturian star seed, and I own that. When I was little, I had a globe, and I was just drawn to the big island of Hawaii. I didn't know why, but I would stare at the big island of Hawaii. I remember that I was like 6 or 7 years old. Well, right at Kilauea, which happens to be one of the eight Merkaba points on the planet. They're the two poles. Then there's 3 points at 19.5 degrees north, and then 3 more points at 19.5 degrees south. So that's the Earth Merkaba. One of them's right in Kilauea, which is why it's so volcanic and so active. But there's also an Arcturian portal there. Now it's come to my attention. I'm also of Lyra, or one of the Lyran systems, and that's for my love of cats, basically. And when I was 4 years old, under my Christmas tree, there's a little Siamese kitten named Strephon. My parents loved Gilbert and Sullivan. That's a character from the Pirates of Penzance. And this cat just communicated all this knowledge to me and was my best friend growing up. So I had this cat till I was almost 20. And he was a family cat, but he was really my cat. So when I was in my childhood, I was depressed a lot because I wanted to go home, basically. And the cat would come to me, he'd lie next to me, put his paw on my face. We were good buds. And he was teaching me about, I didn't know it at the time, about the lion people and the cat people. They're from, the feline people are supposedly, from what I understand, from the Lyran system. So I was like, oh yeah, that's me also. So that's kind of interesting. So last but not least, oh, I dropped the ball on the medicine card. Sorry about that. Well, I didn't get a cat, but I got a mountain lion. So that's Spears confirmation. That's a way of saying yes. So the goddess Sekhmet, right? Or if you don't, that's an Egyptian goddess. The goddess Bastet, that's also an Egyptian goddess. I believe, and many people believe, that they are Lyran star, beings, because that's where the lion people are from, the feline people that have the feline faces but the humanoid bodies. So I believe a lot of the deities were really extraterrestrial masters that were working with humanity. So mountain lion is very interesting. Cougar's mountain lion. Do I have the book with me? I thought I brought it in, but I did not. So I can't draw upon the meaning of the book. But the big cats, I mean, they're hunters. They're proud. They're apex. The apex predators wherever they go are the big cats. So here in the U.S., we now have mountain lions in the Catskills as of I think 2010 or thereabouts. They're the apex predators, and you remember, you are not, just use your imagination a little bit, but you are like an apex being. There's a reason you're human, and you have this brain and this reasoning power for this experience, and it's really about strength and pride and overcoming the challenges. So I think that this is really a message for us that we have the strength to overcome things. It starts from within. Master your own mind. You start to master your mind when you start to master your heart. And I think that's where a lot of people are confused, and a lot of like the standard like therapy, psychology and stuff. I mean, some are better than others, and some understand that, but the heart and the brain are connected. So when the heart's out of alignment, incoherent, the brain is also. And we have so much trauma that we bury deep inside because we're programmed to have an aversion to pain. So we don't allow ourselves to feel the pains of traumas. Instead, we try to suppress it and pretend it's not there, but it only goes within, and it's a frequency and it's a vibration. And a frequency and vibration vibrates out into the world and attracts a vibrational match to it. So a lot of our lives become vibrational matches to the suppressed trauma, the programming, past life issues, and all this stuff. So this mountain line is going to help you, give you that strength to go within. It takes a lot of courage to face pain and to face unresolved issues. So use the line, go into your heart center. Leo, the sign Leo rules the heart, the lion sign. Go into your heart center, bring your line, and allow the line to help you to uncover the suppressed traumas and pains so that you can release them. You can't release anything you don't embrace first. You have to feel it, but you can only feel it. You only have to feel it for a second. Feel it to heal it. That just popped up in my mind. Once you catch the energy and the resonance, and you embrace it, then it becomes a power. It's no longer a detriment. It becomes a power. That's shadow work. Yeah. Here, Paul, you're talking about Vanna White just caught my attention there for a moment. All right, so last but not least, I'm sorry, I know I'm missing a lot of your comments. You guys are very active today. And thanks for spending my birthday with me, by the way. This is my party. And Tuesday, I get to hang out with Heather Ostara, a best friend and our healer here on the Medium channel also. She'll be back soon, by the way. This is, Mr. Floyd's maybe 7 years. Yeah. 7 years is often the time that it is. Yeah. All right. So this is from the angels. And this is a theme. Also, that's a theme. Powerful. Lines are powerful. A lot of the overlapping messages of all these cards that we picked are about our power, finding your power within. Athena says, it is safe for you to be powerful. You know how to be powerful in the loving way that benefits others as well as yourself. And that is a really beautiful message to end on. So we're still in the equinox season. There's 2 transmissions on the channel, and I'll pin them both when this becomes a video. If you missed the beginning, a lot of important information came back, so I encourage you to catch what you missed. And I'll pin Elaine Malloy, who's actually one of Heather's teachers. So she's one of the most powerful healers and energies that I've come across in quite a while. So I feel very blessed that she wants to contribute to my humble channel. So she came on and did an amazing transmission yesterday. And then the night before, the master teachers and I did a very strong energetic transmission to help to purge and to help to realign your energies for this dark season and for what's to come. So between the 2 of those transmissions, in the next couple of days, I encourage you to do that. And the full psychic forecast and messages from the Master Teachers channel messages is also up on the channel. So all 3 of those will be on the pinned comments. And we've got a lot going on next week, and I can't even think about it or wrap my brain, but keep an eye on the community posts also, because I post everything that I do, all the live streams, and on social media also. All right, and cake, yes, let there be cake. All right, thank you so much for being here, for supporting this group, and for wishing me a happy birthday. I love you all, and I'm gonna have a lovely day. I've got some nice plans that are gonna benefit all. So my birthday gift is being able to create beautiful content that's going to help people. It helps me when I know the work that I'm doing is helpful for others also. I can't think of a better gift. It's like energetic hugs that I get all the time from you guys. So again, thank you, everybody. I love you.